Hey, we are live. So, hey there, everyone. Welcome to the channel. And in this entire series, I would say this entire course, I'll be talking more about how to land a job that can fund your online business, right? And a couple of I mentioned, why am I doing this series? After my interaction with my students, I have realized that many people they kind of demonize their 9 to 5 jobs in their heads, and which is something that I really don't like. Why? Because it is one of the best vehicles to go ahead and start your online business, because you can literally take money from your business and money from your job and invest in your own business and make it successful while you are getting paid in a stable and secure way. And one of the big reasons why all this, typical internet gurus go ahead and say, quit your own 9 to 5 job or get out of that rut, is that if they don't show that pain to you, you'll never go ahead and buy their trainings or courses, right? I mean, it's okay. There are a lot of disadvantages, but there are also a lot of advantages to a job. And I'll be discussing all of that in this particular video, right? So without any further ado, let's get started. And drop a comment wherever you are watching this video and let me know what you think. Okay. All right. So this is true that many of those gurus they paint a rosy picture of a life that you can enjoy when you quit your job, start your business, earn a lot of freedom, like freedom is available in the vegetable market, right? No. That's not how life works. Life has a lot of uncertainties, and I personally know a lot of people who quit their job first and then start a business. I mean, it's good to burn your bridges, but only when you have a lot of money with you, right? That's always a good idea. But but for somebody who really wants to start their business and has no funds, having an having a job is something that can actually go ahead and give you that push so that you can invest some of it in your business and get it forward, right? But why do all these internet gurus go ahead and demonize this particular job rut? I know this there is a lot of disadvantages, and I'm going to discuss the top three disadvantages that all these gurus take advantage of to sell you their trainings or whatever, right? And these are the reality of the situation, whether you believe or not. And you know what, if you are really passionate to start your business, you should work along with these disadvantages, convert them into advantages, right? And yeah, in this video we'll take a closer look why internet marketers often demonize jobs and explore why they are not like that. Okay. I personally love my job. I work more than 9 to 5 and learn today. Sometimes I work till late 10 o'clock also if it requires. But you know what? My current jobs, it funds my family. It's paying for my marriage. It is paying for my family's bread and butter. It is also paying for the online businesses that I run. So unlike many other people, I never say that, hey, you should quit your job or stay out of this rat race or whatever. I'm all for doing a job that you are really passionate about. I'm all for earning that first chunk of money so that you can start investing in your business slowly and steadily. So that's my take on it. But what are the top three disadvantages of being in a job? Right. Before I go ahead, let me put my charger in this particular in my laptop so that it charges itself, because the charge is really low. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. My battery was about to die, so I was like, hey, let's just put the charger in. All right. So coming back to our topic that we're discussing, that there are three big disadvantages of a 9 to 5 job. And let's be very clear, because I'm starting this job hunt series where I go ahead and show you different tactics on getting your first job. You should understand what are the pros and cons of doing this particular thing. right? And if I talk about the cons, and then we'll come back into the pros part, because these cons are the ones that are more highlighted most often, right? The number one thing that typical marketers or internet gurus will tell you that, hey, if you're doing your job, you're losing time and effort, you're not adjusting to the inflation and all of that, which makes sense, right? You work in a full-time job, it can be a little demanding, it can leave you a very little time for yourself or for your family, and that's true. Because Varadwaj says can't see the video. Vikash, go ahead and watch it from YouTube. I think it should be okay there. Okay. And it's a fact. It's a fact that you have to work a lot hard. But what's wrong with that? Doing a job teaches you discipline. And if your job is funding your future online business, what's wrong with putting that time and effort? Am I correct? Right? Second, yes, jobs pay less than running a business. When I was running my e-commerce store, I was earning much more than my salary, right? Even now, right, I have my coaching business or freelancing business. They pay way more than my salary. But it's, you know what? The discipline to work in all this environment came because I had the discipline to work at my full-time job. And so what if your first job pays you less? Because I'm all about starting your online business. I'm all about starting an e-commerce business. But the very first thing that I suggest is, even if it pays less, it's important to have that cash flow, right? I say people that, hey, for your first month or your first 2 months, you need about 30,000 rupees to run your advertisements. But does it mean that you only need 30,000 rupees? Like in every businesses, there are profits, there are loss seasons, and you need to have that cash flow which can actually go ahead and, kind of cushion you from that particular loss that you bear in your e-commerce business. That is why it is very, very important to have that cash flow to yourself. Third, you need to have you have this lack of freedom in a job. Many jobs, they don't allow the employees to run their businesses. I would kind of avoid that job, to be really honest. But there are a lot of jobs that allow you the freedom to work somewhere else apart from what you do in your company. If a company doesn't allow me to do my side job, I'll totally quit this company. Like, I will probably not be there in that particular company, because it's not really worth it. It's not really worth working in a company that doesn't allow you that freedom. And I agree with most marketers out there who say that, hey, jobs don't provide freedom. But hey, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of good companies out there. I was working in Astra, I was working in an agency recently. Right now, I'm working at Learn Today. We allow, in fact, in our company, it's mandatory that you need to have a side marketing gig so that you are updated with all the marketing trends. So I'm all for doing a side gig, but yeah, it's a disadvantage that you will not get 100% of the freedom. Now, these three are the major problems with any kind of jobs out there. But you know what? There is a silver lining to it. Like I mentioned, your job gives you that cash cushion, which you can use to go ahead and fund your online business. Your job gives you that discipline of not spending money here and there so that you can spend it back in your business. And that is why I feel like doing a job, it's very, very important, especially when you don't have that money. Sure, you can go ahead and take a personal loan. Sure, you can ask money from your friends and family, but it's much, much more important than to really have your own income first. Now, many people ask me, hey, Giant, uh, you know what? I don't want to do a job. I just want to do a business from day one. To them, I mean, it's okay. There are a lot of entrepreneurial people. If you have the discipline, by all means, go ahead and start the online business. I am all for disciplined people. But the sad fact is, majority of the people that I know, they are not disciplined enough to maintain a job, to sustain a job. Heck, I'm not disciplined enough to really start a job. That's why I feel I'm not a CEO material. I'm more of a salesman. बेचने को तो दुनिया बेच डालेंगे, but I'm not really a business or CEO material out there. By actually losing money in my business, I realized this. Okay, running a business takes a lot of discipline, and if you don't have the discipline to sit for 8 hours and work on one single thing, you will never have the discipline to work on your own business. किसी और का business नहीं संभाल पाए, खुद का क्या संभालोगे? Right? That's a fact. And that is exactly why I am a big fan of doing a small job anywhere in the world, wherever you want to do. If you don't have the cash flow, go do a job, maintain that cash. And very first, very important thing, that get that discipline. get that discipline in you, because that discipline is something that is going to make or break your business. I hope you got some clarity in this session, because I'm more. I never go ahead and demonize a 9 to 5 job, or I never go ahead and demonize any kind of hardworking people. Right? It's a good thing that you have a job with you that pays you, pays your family. But yes, it comes with some disadvantages. Let's not ignore that fact. But even if they come with those, I suggest you go ahead and save some money, learn the discipline, invest all of those skills into your business, into growing your business, and you'll be unstoppable. So that's the first lesson of the day. From tomorrow, I'll be going live like this, and I'll share a lot of stuff about what are the prerequisites you need, or basically a game plan of finding your next job or your first online job. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Or maybe day after tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I'm traveling. So, not sure where I'll be tomorrow. So, day after tomorrow, maybe I'll be coming live. So, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next live session.